People like him are urgently needed by the Xian nation. The military's restricted zones, the Spirit Q1 Association, and everyone else will all try to recruit him. Legion knows that foreign powers might also try to win him with generous offers, too. She urges him to weigh it before the moment comes. She also explains that she thinks Fang Yi doesn't belong in her restricted zone because of the legendary military district. They're powerful, so it's no wonder she thinks he might be more interested in them. Yet, Legion has only heard rumors about it. Our hero realizes that the terrifying anomalies far exceed the current pioneers' abilities. According to Legion's tone, our boy believes the pioneers must be spirits forging realms like his, or even stronger. He feels unprepared and wonders how to make the most of his newly acquired heavenly fire attribute. The heavenly fire moves without pattern, scorching everything in its path. It's ideal for eliminating endlessly multiplying anomalies. An idea suddenly strikes Fang Yi. He realizes that his new power perfectly complements his scarlet fire sword technique. Our hero ventures to the back mountain, only to find it blocked. He realizes someone must know he'll be cultivating and experimenting there. Yet only the Aura Association was aware of his habits, so they gave him the whole area to experiment in, and he happily accepted the gift. As Fang Yi keeps walking through the woods, he senses something creeping up on him. He senses a weaker echo of the same aura he had felt in the factory before. The beast clings to the tree, watching its prey. The hero realizes it's grown intelligent, weighing his own strength before deciding whether to attack. Our boy pulls out his scarlet fire sword to match it with his heavenly flame attribute. The sword glows with an unending flame, and our hero's curiosity about its effect swells. To test his new powers, he swings the blade against the beast. The fire rushes toward it, but it dashes away, squealing. He notices the fire's energy has doubled compared to his scarlet fire, and when he touches it, it has no effect on him. He keeps chasing the beast that had been following him. Meanwhile, a girl streams her forest journey, attempting to plead with her viewers. But as she turns, the beast strikes and her phone falls to the floor. Even as the beast tightens its grip and strangulates the girl, her viewers still think it's a hoax. Suddenly, flames chase the beast and it fled. The girl's viewers finally catch the drama, and her views begin to soar. The blaze spreads to blanket the entire forest. She snatches her phone and begins recording the scene. She screams when she sees someone walk through the fire, convinced it must be an immortal rescuing people. Suddenly, our hero becomes an online sensation, and the buzz reaches his ex. Initially, they think it's just a random person, but Kingsley dismisses the video as unrealistic. But she was left speechless when she actually watched the video. She acts like she doesn't believe the video, but deep inside, she knows it's really Fang Yi and wonders if he'll use this chance to get back at her. Meanwhile, Yi and her friends watch the clip and spot a familiar face. She rescued them from the vines, and Yi wonders whether the great master who pierced the spirit realm near her was the same person. On the other hand, some viewers recognize our hero's blade stance in the video. While the Spirit Q1 Association knows the military has already spoken to Fang Yi, Xiao Su remains confident he will help them. Meanwhile, Li Jian is in a military meeting, debating the true extent of our hero's powers. Although they realize that recruiting him is the only way to achieve deterrence, senior officials refuse to lower themselves to approach him, since all 4 previous runners came from the military. Major Han believes Fang Yi still lacks new weapons, gear, and suitable cultivation. He orders Li Jian to handle the leaked video, since it has thrust him into the spotlight of the entire Sea Nation's spiritual community. However, some believe that seeing someone this powerful has increased the chances of the teacher waking. A day later, our hero feels relieved as his viral video disappears from the internet, thanks to either the military or the Aura Association. But then he realizes Lin Yi hasn't come home all night and hasn't texted him. He starts to worry because Lin Yi isn't usually this irresponsible. He tries to call her, but her phone remains disconnected, and he finally realizes how serious the situation is. They've been trapped in the forest long enough that time has slipped away. 81 starts apologizing for dragging Lin Yi into this. During this vulnerable moment, Lin Yi feels powerless and longs to be as strong as the pioneer. She had seen it before. Suddenly, something leapt at Yi and her friend, but Yi quickly turned and struck. The monster is down. They notice the corpses of people trapped to death, now haunting them. This black mist not only renders the girls' attacks ineffective, but also keeps draining their spiritual energy. 81 is certain the mist is meant to exhaust and toy with them. Just then, a red ball materializes before them, and it begins to split, creating more of itself. Yi notices that the mist is running out of patience. A red eye suddenly glows behind her, and before long she's surrounded by others. As darkness settles over her, Yi begins to rue the choices that brought her to this point. Just as she feels hopeless and thinks she is about to die a needless death, our hero steps into the darkness to rescue the damsel in distress. Yi is stunned to see her cousin step in to rescue her, realizing he's no ordinary person. Suddenly, an anomaly appears behind her. The hero unsheathes his sword, ready to face the heavenly flame against the shadows. He swings his sword, engulfing everything in flames. Meanwhile, 81 wakes up convinced she's stuck in a hellish anomaly, only to snap back to reality soon. Yi steps up as her hero, reassuring her that everything's fine. 81 cheers erupt with excitement as she recognizes him, the one who saved her from death, at a youthful hotel. Yi is surprised to learn this, but her friend is even more astonished when she realizes the cousin isn't really mediocre. Yi's friend tells her that it was her cousin who, with a single strike, cut down the wasteland and caught Galen's attention. At first Yi is puzzled, but then she realizes that the person who slipped into the spirit creation realm in her neighborhood is actually her cousin. Fanji admits it was all his doing, yet he knows the dark attribute anomaly is. Because he's ordinary, he wonders where the rest of the teammates are. 81 notes that Mao is ill and can't come, having kept his missions secret from his family. Uncle's missions are tougher, and Yi has come to realize she underestimated them. Our hero knows each of these teammates has their own agenda, so the squad won't last long. Now that his cousin and Yi know his identity, he proposes they team up together. Eagerly, one accepts and promises to keep it a secret. Yi realizes that the hero must have known her already and has been silently protecting her. Exactly then, Yi receives a new mission from Galen, deep inside the extreme dark zone. Yi says it lies in the dark border zone that Xia Nations has strictly forbidden. Pioneers steer clear of it because of the overwhelming dark powers, yet it's also the source of the most anomalies. The authorities have also avoided probing the area in depth because of serious accidents. Curious to explore the area, our hero urges them to request more information. But 81 cautions that Galen would likely stay silent because of her enigmatic nature. Seeing the extreme dark zone under tight Xia Nation control, yet Galen still assigning missions there, makes our boy think she's either a rogue defying the authorities or a high-ranking military member. He leans toward the latter. Our hero asks for details, and Galen says they must retrieve the lost marsh flowers. Galen notes that the reward for this mission has increased, yet the extreme dark zone is packed. She urges everyone to tackle it in teams. Galen also notes that the mission could involve an S-class anomaly, so they should sign only. They will succeed if they have strong, reliable pioneers. Our hero realizes that the emphasis on those sturdy pioneers was meant to attract people like. He decides to venture into the extreme dark zone. Galen walks away, confident that Shagwa wouldn't trust a misguided pioneer, and that the man might still appear. But if he doesn't arrive, she believes destiny isn't ready yet. She then asks the girls whether the mission to recover the lost tempering flower was intended to lead the pioneers to eventual death, leaving both of them speechless, because Galen is partially right. She also explains that this is the unavoidable path to preserving Shagwa's strength, and regardless of the circumstances, they must keep gathering more and more lost tempering flowers. Her reasoning was that the sole pioneer of Shagwa's Vajra realm must be healed and awakened by it. It would be acceptable to sacrifice some pioneers or even entire groups for him, as long as his greatest asset is healed. The girl worries about Galen, yet she snaps at her, then quickly apologizes. The other girl wonders if a sudden headache was the cause, but deep down she knows she just wants to forget her past. She's struck again by a memory of her captain's death as he hands her the responsibility of the flower. She weeps, and the captain pours every bit of his spiritual energy into her so she can return alive. Meanwhile, our hero and his cousin in 81 have been walking for a long time, and the journey is becoming exhausting just before they reach the destination. The extreme darkness zone. Even with several checkpoints layered over it, our boy can still sense a powerful dark aura radiating. It's not just him, his 81-year-old cousin feels it too. There were many pioneers besides them. Yi is convinced this goes beyond just earning big rewards. The dark attribute is toxic to humans, and several intrusions have taken place. A dark aura crackles with anomalies. Fang Yi bursts into the discussion after confronting two ominous anomalies, and he discovers they were razor-sharp, deliberately evading the city's border defenses. But now it has reached a point where they can't keep the anomalies in check, leading to massive destruction. With that said, the trio slips inside. As soon as they step inside, Fang Yi spots an old companion, Su Qingying. When she sees him, she's stunned to find two other girls with him. She hopes and begs her god to overlook her, yet he notices her immediately. 81 teases our boy, but Qingying shyly admits it's just a misunderstanding, and Fang Yi assures she's only helping him with a few errands. Suddenly, a man steps out and yells that everyone is disrespectful, and 81 is taken deeply off guard. She tells him to mind his own business, warning that the tables could turn at any moment. The transport pulls up and Lan steps out. She unlocks the door with the crystal, and it opens. The lawn in front of the door reminds them that the withered bloom must remain whole and untainted by human blood. If it falls short of the standards, it will be disqualified and no awards will be given. And the twist, they could actually die inside too. One member worries whether a large amount will be paid to families if they die inside. Qingying spots the middle-aged man, Old Ding, and the others, who seem to be shrouding their aura from everyone else. The hero realizes that every pioneer gathered here is truly elite. Meanwhile, Lan's assistant briefs her on the number and tiers of pioneers, and the anomalies tied to this mission. Lan reassures her that she's got everything ready. When they step inside, Fang Yi urges them to stay together, warning about the dark matter. We'll scatter them and throw them off course if they don't. The stench of rotting flesh makes 81 feel nauseous, and Qingying tells her she's not alone, pointing out that other pioneers are already throwing up. Qingying explains that darkness is treated as a form of pollution. She also warns that in the extreme dark zone, anomalies are particularly active. B-class anomalies are on par with Axe Realm pioneers. A-class anomalies match the Spirit Forging Realm, and S-class anomalies rival the Vajra Realm. 81 wonders how Qingying can survive the stench, but she's already grown used to it from past missions. Su Qingying has entered an Axe 3-star realm, yet 81 notices that her aura fades the instant she steps into the black mist. They all decide to speed things up and put the mission first. They've decided to speak less and conserve their energy. Our boy tells himself he's feeling fine. Perhaps the enchanted sun's bright attributes push back the darkness, or maybe his aura is just especially strong since stepping into the Spirit Forging realm. Meanwhile, Old Dung battles anomalies, while his teammates head toward the withered bloom to seize it. Back with our team, Yi Ekoffs and Fang Yi, she realizes she's still just a kid. He channels his attribute to soothe her. Instantly, she feels a warm, comforting relief, leaving everyone in awe of the spirit-forging realm's power. She admits the fire attribute lifted her spirits, but the boy sets her straight, pointing out it was actually the sun attribute and revealing that it was he who had balanced the anomaly at Ching Cheng University. He explains that fire and sun attributes differ slightly. Ching Cheng realizes he just admitted it as if it mattered nothing, while he decides to keep. The other truth remains a secret for now. Hearing this, 81 tells him she will never tease Fang Yi again, only if he keeps her. Keep her warm for a moment. He agrees, promising to keep her warm for just one day. The others look at him with hope, and he returns their warmth. Suddenly his senses flare, alerting him to an anomaly nearby. It roars ahead of 81, a top-tier anomaly. Ching Ing rushes forward, vowing to tackle it, but the anomaly suddenly disappears. They find themselves immediately encircled by dead bodies. Our hero tells his teammates to step aside, assuring them he'll handle the situation. He unsheathes his sword, eyes blazing with fire. With a single flick of the blade, every corpse crumbles, and he turns to assure them they're safe for now. He's stunned to discover that the anomalies here have progressed so far they can mimic humans. He understands that without entering the spirit-forging realm, advancement is impossible. Meanwhile, Lan watches him erase the anomalies in a way even she can't. Back with the crew, Yi Yi urges everyone to stay together, or risk being devoured. 81 collapses to the ground, crushed by an oppressive aura that makes her feel she can't breathe. Suddenly, they all turn toward a sound reminiscent of ocean waves. Beneath them, the earth shudders as they brace themselves. The other pioneers start running, knowing that what lies ahead is far too sinister to confront. The ground bursts, and what rises rattles every pioneer to the core. This is the